All right, everyone, welcome to our final check-in meeting. So sad. We've been together 4 weeks. I can barely believe it. It flew by. And here we are at our final check-in meeting. So let's get right into it. As per usual, I'm going to share my screen. Right here. All right, so we've got our final check-in meeting. It's June 21st. Let's see, we've got our community check-in, we've got our YCA weekly reports, and we've got the final week's assignments. And usually we do a little closing, and we will do that as well this week. So let's start with our community check-in, which includes last week's assignments. So last week we talked about going through page 13 of your YCA guide, which talks about sponsorships and corporations, corporate card buyers. We also had you review the pitch deck and see if that was useful for you, if you could use it in any of your pitches to potential sponsors and corporate card buyers. And we also had you draft an email and send it to 5 or whatever amount is applicable in your community or so employers that have 50 or more employees, and you could find that template in the welcome package. Last but not least, we had you submit your YCA report. So let's see, how did we do this week? Let's have everyone present their reports, and then let's see how you did on your assignment. Who wants to go first?
I can go first.
Awesome, thanks, Maisha.
Sure. I will show you my report.
All right, let me stop sharing here.
So this week was a little bit cute, to be honest with you. We had 2 new merchants, and I'm like, I'll get to the sponsors, but we have like 1 potential sponsor, not yet a sponsor.
Awesome.
And we did sell $200 worth of gift cards, but they were all purchased by the president, which I thought was important to note. Like, I think she's buying them, then giving them to people for like awareness, which is great.
Yeah, that's a good strategy.
So this week was like pretty easy for the most part. Like our biggest challenge, I think, over time is going to be awareness of the program. But like that wasn't really this week. That was like just the only challenge I could really think of. And yes, so successes, we signed up 2 new merchants, and it was really nice going to the places. The president wanted to go with me because she likes to get out in the community anyways. And it was really nice having her with me because then people knew I'm actually with the chamber. I'm not just a rando. And also I was able to like explain to them how to use the service, which a lot of people just don't understand. So that was also very helpful. I don't think I wrote anything else. Yeah. So yeah, that was cute. That was cool. And also, West Banco does not know this yet, but they're gonna give us some money. Like I've made it. I'm speaking it into existence. They're gonna give us money and they're gonna sponsor us, and it's gonna be great. Because when we were like canvassing, we stopped into West Banco, even though we knew it probably wasn't gonna be a program for them. And their words were like, if you need anything, let us know. And I'm gonna hold them to that, unfortunately for them. Like, I'm gonna hold you to your word. Sorry about it, West Banco. The only issue I see with that is that on Friday we just had a golf outing that West Banco also sponsored. So I don't want to be like, you just gave us money, give us a little bit more. But that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm thinking that if we contact them now and say like you said, Raquel, like for the holiday season, like November, December, I think that would be a like reasonable time frame so that they like know it's gonna come, but they don't have to give us money quite yet, or like whatever, however it goes. And so as far as the assignment goes, we don't. I I'm actually not sure if we have any members that are over Oh, and also as far as successes, I guess this is a success. We also made it cost no dollars for members to join, which has been very helpful in getting people involved. It's very difficult before. And also, the president agreed to, like, if you aren't a member and you want to join the program, it's $90. But if you choose to join the chamber after that, then they will count that $90 towards your chamber membership, which is like $250 for the year. So it's like this program, I think, will be a great way to get people into the chamber. It's like, because you've already paid $90, just give us some more money. I think it'll be a great segue into not only getting people for uh, Yiftee, but also getting members. So everyone's getting excited about it. As far as the assignment went, I drafted up an email, but I have sent emails out to most of our members about the program, and I've had few responses in the past. So I did just go out again and talk to people about it, and I dropped off some more paperwork, like without the president, which still went pretty well, which was great. But like I found that that's like a much more effective way to get in touch with people, especially small business owners who aren't being reached by email for anything else. And am I forgetting anything?
No, I think you covered it. That's great. Awesome. Awesome. Yay. All right. Yes, we've got two. Well, actually, here, can you share your screen back again? Because I loved your notes.
Thank you.
I love that you wrote that it was cute. Um, yeah, I love it. So two new merchants, it's awesome. How far are you total? Do you guys have, did you say about 20 now?
Yeah, that puts us around 20.
Awesome. That's fantastic. 20 is a great number. And okay, it sounds like you've got 200 gift cards sold. Yes, they were bought by the president, but you are correct in saying that that's a great strategy to build awareness about the program, you know, and just start giving people these cards, these gift cards, have them see what it's all about, have them start redeeming them and seeing how great and easy it is. And that's a good way, you know, to get it all started if you're finding that, you know, these are the challenges, right? um I loved, you know, so just for context, we did speak earlier in the week a little bit about this golfing event. And I remember, you know, we prepared a bit of a speech, which unfortunately you weren't able to give, but that's okay. You know, someone spoke about the program, and it's, you know, great to still be prepared, and it helps you get more language, right? And practice for your one-to-ones with the merchants even, you know. So it's all good practice, and nothing goes to waste here, right? No time wasted. So let's see, I love the fact that you've been going door to door, and that feels good. And also, what was the thing I wanted to say? Yes, West Banco. That's amazing. I mean, I think it's perfectly reasonable for you to make an approach now for a donation in the future, right? And kind of plant the seed and start a dialogue about it. And, you know, it doesn't have to be anything that's too pushy or aggressive. Just, you know, you mentioned you wanted to help. This is probably a program we would benefit from setting up a promotion for the holidays. So we would just want it to be on your radar and see if maybe 2 to 3 months from now, you would be ready to make a donation in order to help us achieve that goal, you know? And then you would, of course, find the way to present the promotion. You'd probably talk with your organizer, right? Talk to the president and see what kind of a promotion you'd like. Are you going to do a buy one, get one? Or are you going to do buy 100, get 40? You know, you established all of the limits, and you kind of see what that's going to look like, right? You have a plan, and then you approach them with the plan, tell them how much money you would need, and hopefully they say yes. But it sounds like you guys have a good relationship with this bank, and this would definitely be a great sponsor, and if it's the only sponsor you have, then great, fantastic. And if they end up not being able to do anything this year, then, keep them in mind also for next year. Some years people are able to do more than other years. So, yeah, don't give up, persevere, keep it going. And amazing. This is great. This is great progress. I'm super, super happy, Maisha. Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, great. So let's not talk about next week yet. Let's go over to Rob.
Hey, let's see. So this week, 2 new merchants. I didn't really have a chance to really work on this week's assignments. Just kind of got swamped with other internship stuff. So nothing on that front for sponsors or corporate card buyers.
Okay.
Sold 79 gift cards last week, which is the value of about $3,800, which is super exciting.
Wow.
And then redemption value was $1,800. So challenges, obviously, just finding time to like sit down and like seek out sponsors. We kind of already, I think we have 2 already that got put in before me. So I guess it's not as critical. So I think that's why we're not like coming from, I guess, my organizer, like my supervisor, she's like, I think she really wants me to push to get more merchants, which I've been doing a good job of. And so that's kind of the focus right now. Like, I think she really wants to get to 100 soon, and we're at 88 right now. So that's going really well. So yeah, 2 new merchants, and once again, kind of starting that cycle, dropped off information a lot of other places. So yeah, this week, I guess, is all about getting a sponsor list going and maybe working on some bulk purchases and that kind of thing, and getting that email drafted. And then today I'm actually gonna go and get some restaurants that are on the other side of, like, on a side of town that I haven't really been on yet. So it'll be good to get that footprint a little bit larger. So yeah. Oh, and I also I went to like a like, I guess, local market type thing. I don't know if you can call it a farmer's market if it's not produce. But anyway, and like, so I talked to some of the vendors there about getting on the card. So I think that would be good to have like a recurring group of vendors that come, because it's like a first and third Friday of the month type thing. Like, if they come in and they're on the card and all of them are on there and the brewery that hosts it's on there, like, that's really good for generating business and that kind of thing. So yeah.
That would be awesome. Are you kidding me? I'd love to use my gift card that someone gave me at the farmer's market. That'd be great. So that's a great idea. All right. It sounds, Rob, like you're right on track. So you make a good point about different communities, again, having different needs and being in different places of this process, right? Right now, you're focusing on merchants. Even though you already have a lot of merchants, you still want more. I mean, more merchants, we know, is really correlated to more card sales and more card redemption. So that's absolutely something to continue to strive for. And of course, it makes absolute sense, right? The more merchants on a card, the more attractive the card is, the more places you can use it, and the more likely people are to buy it or gift it. So that is awesome. So you haven't been to the bars yet, Rob, huh? No. But soon to come. Okay. But that's awesome. I mean, you were, let's see, 4 weeks ago, you started where? At 70 merchants, and you've already gotten almost 90, right? You're at 88. That's amazing. That's fantastic. Fantastic growth in a span of 1 month. So congratulations. And so once you do this at your own pace and at the pace that your community needs, right? So it sounds like once you wrap up with merchants, or you feel like you're at a good place, you'll start with sponsors. And you really don't need a lot. Like I was saying to Maisha, you don't need a lot to have a great promotion. All you need is really one sponsor, a little bit of money, enough to make it worth people's while to, to get a lot of cards out there. But a small pool of money will do that, maybe even like $5,000 or $10,000 will do the trick when it comes to that. Of course, we see places that do more. If you have a pool of 100,000, for example, or 50 or 30, it helps you be able to sell more, give out more bonuses. Absolutely. And they won't sell out as quickly. Usually bonus cards and promotions sell out really, really quickly because people love free money. Who doesn't, right? But even keep in mind that even a small amount can help you make a great promotion. So there are no rules here, right? And so just determine what the goal is with you and your organizers and continue to strive for those things. So, all right, this is awesome. This is great work. Thank you both. Let's go. I'm going to share my screen and then let's go right into next week. So here we are. Assignments for this, our final week together. So we've got read page 14 of your YCA guide, which talks about social media and marketing. And we've got exploring the Yiftee Support Center, which we also call the Send Desk. So you may have seen this. Have you folks had a chance to see the Send Desk or go into the Yiftee Support Center? Not yet? Okay. So when you can take a look at your YCA guide, there's a handy link right there and it'll take you right to the Yiftee Support Center. This is a really, really useful place for resources. We have all kinds of social media templates, press templates. We have stuff for Twitter and for Instagram, for Facebook, posts that you can download and that you can edit yourself for your community. We have flyers that you can post around the communities. You can find the window clings there as well. Usually a lot of communities like to make their own window clings with their own branding, and they'll use a local printer and hand them to all of the merchants that are participating so they can put it on their windows, their business windows, and say, oh, I accept the card, community card, name community card there. But we've also created one for you. We have a really, really simple template for a window cling that you're free to use and brand it, for your community and print it out and give it out to merchants as well. So that's one resource that's there. In fact, why don't I, since we have some time, go over there and share it. So let me stop sharing for 1 second. Find it here. All right, so we'll do this from your YCA guide, so it's helpful and relevant to everyone. So share my screen over here. This is your YCA guide, right? This is page 14. Whoops. We've got social media marketing, and right here is this link that takes you to the Send Desk. And you can't see it because I'm only sharing a certain part of my screen. Let me change that. Share everything, and there you go. Can we see it now? Not yet. Yeah, can you see it? Okay, awesome. All right, so this is the Yiftee Support Center. Okay, it's got a ton of information over here. It's got getting started, navigating the portal. It's got a video library, which is really great, with some promotional videos that we've made in the past. And this is a tab that will be most relevant and helpful to you, which are marketing materials over here. So if we open it up, we can see we have a guide here for how to customize our materials that we've provided, just in case you need some support there. We've also got press materials. We've got sample press releases that you can download and use as templates. We've got Twitter posts right over here, right, that we've created. We've got a cute dog one, or a cute dog one, a cute cat one, that we've made for you. You can download all of these. We've got some Facebook ones over here that you can, encourage. So we've got some that are for merchants, and we've got some that are for organizers and for folks who are doing the community card, which in this case is you. So let's see, we've got here, like this, for example, we sell, and then you would put your community card here. These gift cards, can give those to merchants as well. Support your local businesses. We've got all kinds of stuff over here. And then, Raquel talks about this in the webinar for this week. So you can find it there as well. Let's go back, see. Like I said, if you go back to the main page here for marketing materials, you'll find window clings, you'll find flyers. So we've got, for example, flyers for grads, some flyers over here that you can download, customize, send out in a newsletter, send out in an email. Let's see what else we've got over here. More of the same, how to customize your flyer. So there's just a ton of resources over here. And then holiday social media posts that we've made for different holidays throughout. So again, resources for you, don't have to reinvent the wheel. Also canva.com. Are you both familiar with Canva? Yeah. Canva, I hope everyone who sees this is also, if you're not familiar with Canva, go to canva.com, canva.com. You'll also find this in our webinar video as well. It's super, super helpful. Essentially, anyone can become a graphic designer these days with not a lot of effort, because they have amazing templates that you can customize, and it's free. And you can also even share it with groups. You can really easily share different templates, and you can create group projects. It's a really fantastic resource for all these kinds of things. And they have templates for everything, not just social media. They have templates for YouTube, for invitations, for brochures, for anything that you're looking for. Okay. And let's see what else. So these are some of the resources that we have for you. Let me go back to our slideshow here. All right. And once again, watch this week's webinar. So have you had a chance to watch the social media marketing webinar? Not yet. Okay, but you did get it, right? I just want to make sure everyone got it. So last week we didn't have any webinars. What we did is we decided to pre-record the remaining webinars so you can watch them on your own time. And I sent them out in one email. I sent webinars 3 and 4 in an email. And so if you can't find it, look for an email that says webinars 3 and 4, and you should be able to find it. Okay. So there you're going to find our final webinar, which is all about social media and marketing. There, Raquel goes through different social media tips, specifics, and she goes a little bit into the resource center, which I just showed you. And then she also just essentially talks about how to market the card. and what best practices and best tips are. Okay, so everyone take a look at that for this week. So it's a short video, it's about 10 minutes. So, not very long at all. And then practice. Let's start creating social media posts and marketing materials. So let's take a second here. You may or may not be at this stage in your process or in your campaign, but let's take a second here. I'm gonna poll you both and say, have you been doing any kind of social media marketing? Is this a part of your internship? And what have you been doing so far?
For me, that's been a lot of my internship, but I mostly talk about like events that we're having for the most part. Not so much our program yet. We actually hired someone from the outside to make us materials for this program, so I'll let them know about this. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. So are you going to be doing some as well, or are you just outsourcing that part altogether?
Well, I'm not sure because they said like when I first started at the beginning of May that in 4 weeks I would have materials. So I'm just gonna like make the executive decision to start advertising the program. Like I don't know. I just feel like we waited long enough.
Yeah. They meaning the company that you hired, or just in
I'm
general?
not sure. I'm not so sure. I should ask him about it because I haven't asked him about it since.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if maybe the company sent it to like everybody else at the chamber, but like not to me because I'm not like, always there. So I'll have to ask and see if that was ever finished.
Yeah. And usually things also, especially when it's publications or things that are going out officially, they need to be approved at different levels. So there's probably a delay there or something going on. But yeah, check back in. And this is great because they will have the branding and the images that you will need, right? So you wouldn't even have to create any of those. Those would be done for you, and you can just work with the templates and come up with what you think would be best. For example, do you have an Instagram account? Does the chamber have a Facebook account?
I think they use Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn.
Nice, great. Those are perfect places to post. And one of the things that Raquel will talk about in the video, that you'll see Raquel talking about in the video, is creating a calendar, a social media calendar for yourself and for for your organization. This is really helpful. It takes a little bit of time in the beginning to do this, but it's incredibly helpful to keep you organized. And so you don't have to scramble either every single day or every single week to think about what to post. Just at the beginning of the month, take some time to outline and decide what you're going to post when. And then when the day comes, you're just ready to go. You've got it right there, and you just post it, and boom, you're done. Social media also has different ways of scheduling posts. So that's another way to reduce hours spent on social media and to keep yourself organized, so you can schedule posts for next week or next month, or whenever you need them to go out, and then you don't have to worry about them, right? You do it once and you don't have to worry, and it goes out and you don't have to do it day of. So just a couple of those things, right? How about you, Rob? Have you been doing any social media or marketing stuff? I know that you guys created that great one sheeter. That's a marketing material, if you will. What else have you guys been doing?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's part of the reason I was so busy last week, was I was doing a lot of social media stuff. Not necessarily all for like the express card, but I don't know if you noticed me hold it up. I've actually got my calendar right here of social media stuff. But yeah, like we did a little let's see. Yeah, we did a little spotlight on like a coffee shop that takes the express card.
Awesome.
And we did a like little Father's Day thing, like, hey, need a last minute Father's Day gift, get a Chattanooga Express card.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. I just looked, I was checking the weather just now. It's going to be pretty hot on Wednesday. So, and there's a lot of like ice cream places that are on the card. So might do something with that.
Yeah.
I'll spotlight that way. And then I haven't used it yet, but I've got an Instagram template for stories that we can post every time we get a new merchant, where it's just like the company logo and like what they're called. And then it just says like new merchant and it's got the little express card branding on it. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
I love the idea of letting everyone know that a new merchant is on the card, and you know, because it's exciting for everyone. It's like, oh, you know, so and so is on the card now. Like, yeah. So that's a great opportunity. It's a small thing, but it's a great marketing opportunity, right? Just a tiny like, hey, this is what's going on. And again, one of the things that you'll hear Raquel talking about is consistent programming. So social media works with algorithms. The algorithms either work for you or they work against you, right? And one of the ways to make them work for you, there's a ton of research on this. You can Google it and, you know, find out more specifics on how that actually works. We don't really go into it in the webinar, but the basics are that if you consistently post, if you do stories, if you try to post once a day or every other day, then the algorithm keeps you like at the top of where you're for your followers, right? So they see you more and more. Okay, so there's different levels of engagement. For, let's use Instagram as an example, right? There's stories, there's posts, there's responding to people's comments, and there's doing giveaways and getting people to give you different likes for reasons and to share. So all of those things help the algorithm work in your favor. Okay, so that's the thing about social media. It's just consistent programming. Okay, so that's why it takes a little bit of time to set it all up, because you have to decide, like, my goodness, wow, I have to post every single day. Not necessarily, but you know, post as much as you can and come up with a plan that's reasonable, that's manageable for you and your organizers, and see how it goes. You know, start getting some traction there. So, okay. All right. This is awesome. So, Rob, you have already done the assignment for this week, right? Kind of.
Yeah, I guess it balances. I guess I was just getting ahead of myself because I did it last week. So I guess I just did this week's assignment last week. So I guess I'll do this last week's assignment this week.
There you go.
It should all work out.
Yeah, it should all balance out. You can do it that way. No problem. Okay. All right, folks. Well, this is a short meeting. That's pretty much all I've got for you. Thank you for submitting your YCA reports. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. And as always, you know, being here and giving me your energy and moving through this together. So let's see. For this week, we've got our final Friday YCA report due at 6 p.m. And then next week, what I'm going to do is give everyone a little recap of how everything went and probably send you guys a quick survey about the program, and for you to tell me, give me some feedback on how everything's going and how we can improve. We're always looking to improve, of course. And yeah, and how to help you guys. I'm always available. Our time together is ending, which makes me very sad, but I hope that our connection doesn't end. So you can always email me. I'm always available through your internships and through the time that you're working with your communities and beyond, you know, so you already have my email, so please feel free to email me at any point. Speaking of internships, should you need me to fill out anything, Yiftee, and should you need Yiftee to fill out anything in terms of a survey or some kind of recommendation or something for class credit, this is for you both and for everyone who's listening as well. Let me know. The way to do that is to let me know. Send me an email at ambassadors@Yiftee. Tell me I'm trying to get class credit, or I need this to be signed off by someone at Yiftee, and then I'll review it and get back to you. Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's do our closing question. And it's really easy. What marketing needs, given this conversation we've been having, given what you know about your community, what do you think it needs right now? For example, Rob, I know that you've been doing a ton of stuff. Is there an area you think you could still, fit in something or improve in terms of marketing? I mean, marketing is something that's consistently changing and you can always do more, right? So let's take a second to think about what marketing needs your community has. And then when you think about it, just throw it out there.
I think a big thing is just getting the word out that this card exists and that it's something you can, both for merchants and for consumers, because like I haven't told a single person about it that like hasn't thought it was a great idea. So I think that's important to get that information out, which we just started TV and radio ads this week, so that will hopefully boost the kind of general knowledge of it. And also like making it easy to understand, especially for merchants. I think I remember hearing like a couple years ago, someone came through in Chattanooga and did a similar program, but it was discounts and you had to pay to be part of the program. And it was like really confusing for both the customers because they didn't know like what the discounts were. And it was just like a whole mess. And so I think that kind of left a bad taste in a couple of people's mouths about kind of these kinds of programs. So I guess also just marketing it as, such a like, it's like such a like, that's the thing I talked to my dad and stuff about like doing this because like he works in sales and it's like it kind of sells itself because it's like there's not really any good reason to not be a part of it, because it's just so beneficial and there's like no drawbacks to it. So I think kind of emphasizing that aspect of it, that there's kind of no reason to not be part of this program and have access to all those funds that are coming in out of it, is the biggest thing I think to communicate to merchants. And then, like I said, to, community members, just that like this card exists and it's something you can buy, because it's also like a super good deal that you can just give someone, a gift card and it can, it's like it's the perfect gift, right? It's the perfect gift card,
Yeah.
in a lot of ways because they can use it wherever they want to use it. So yeah, just kind of communicating those two things.
The perfect gift card. I love it. That's the tagline. Print it, ship it. No, you're absolutely right, Rob. It's really remarkable to me that even at the level that you guys are in your community, where you have almost 100 merchants and you have a ton of sales at this point, you're still talking about getting the word out, which just goes to show how much this is a communication game, and how we may think that we've told everyone, but there's still space and there's still people who don't know about it, and it's so true. It's such a great product. It's so easy. There really is no reason not to become a part of it because it doesn't cost you anything, and that is, Yiftee worked really, really hard in order to get the product to that place and to provide it as a service to benefit the communities. So it's a great thing to take advantage of. So Maisha, I know that you guys, for example, are having this precise challenge, right? How to get the word out there. And so I love the example of you guys. You guys are my constants here, and I love you for coming to all the meetings. I really, really appreciate your presence. And again, one of the things that I love is that your communities are at completely different places in your process, right? So what we can do, hopefully what you've been doing throughout the weeks, is bouncing ideas off of each other and, seeing what works, what doesn't work. And so, for Maisha, what do you think is going to get the word out there in your community? You've already been out there, door to door. What do you think? What do you think you need?
So like, I don't know, this seems obvious, but like I just haven't thought about this question before like this. So I don't know, like I feel like since email isn't working, I think I need to just send letters, like actual envelopes and stamps like the olden days to like all of our members, because if you don't use your email, then I assume that you use your mail. Hopefully. I like throw away half my mail. I don't even know how to be a grown up. But I use my email, so I assume that that's how that works. I think that's what I need to do.
Okay.
Just write a lot of letters, I guess. Print out a lot of paper. That's okay. And yeah, like obviously getting the word out there. And I think maybe like letters that say like follow up with me and include my phone number, and then I can go there and explain it to them, because I do think every merchant, or at least most of them, will need like very specific directions on how it works.
Yeah. And then, so have you had a chance to visit every single member?
No, I have not.
No. Okay.
We've been doing like neighborhood by neighborhood. So far we've got 2 neighborhoods. It's also hard because we have a lot of members who aren't in the county. So they're like, I have visited a few outside of the county, but they're like, why would I want to be a part of the Beaver County gift card program when no one is gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
So it's like, and also we don't have a lot of restaurants or retailers, which is another issue that I ran into. Like a lot of our members are like blue collar, like construction and like industry, things that you wouldn't use a gift card for.
Yeah. Yeah. I see. That's a great point too. So out of the members that you do have that would be places where you would use a gift card, are there still places for you to go and people?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've got my work cut out for me still.
Good. Well, it sounds like you're also on track. It sounds like you haven't been able to see everyone face to face, but you have a plan to do so. And that seems to be working and seems to feel like, something that's moving the needle. So that's fantastic. That's awesome. I'm sure that once you get through all the neighborhoods, you'll have a ton of more merchants signed up and you'll get the word out. And we've said this before, but I'll take a moment to say it again. Merchants helping you spread the word is essential. It really, really helps your card, because when a merchant says, I'm part of this awesome program, and all the other merchants around me are as well, and we're really excited to be a part of it, buy this gift card, support us. It's a great way to just get the word out about the card, and it gets the merchants engaged, and hopefully they're having really good results and more people are coming into their stores and buying things, so they're really excited about it. So it just adds to us really creating this great space for this program to grow and be incredibly beneficial, right, for the communities. So, okay. Going door to door, what else we already talked about how you're going to check into social media. That's definitely going to be something that, if you're able to work on, that would be great. That's definitely going to take help in getting the word out. And I think you also talked about doing posters around town. Is that right? Am I remembering correctly?
I think I might have mentioned that.
Yeah. How's that going?
So I feel like the posters are not staying up. I did put up a handful, but I did not see them the week after. But So for my other job, I work out of Tractor Supplies, and for whatever reason, Tractor Supplies in the back. I'm not like from the country. This is all. I'm out of my element here. But in the back of every Tractor Supply, it's kind of like Craigslist missed connections. There's just like a bulletin board, and you can like put up whatever, and like some of it is kind of questionable. But I think, like, as crazy as that might sound, I think that might be my best bet, is to go to the different Tractor Supplies in Beaver County and put up some posters there, because it seems like the place to be for some reason. I don't know.
Why not? Do it. See how it goes, you know? Yeah, wherever you can think of. And if you go back the next week and the posters are down, then maybe you don't decide to put more there. You know. That's great. That's great. Okay, cool. Posters, social media, going door to door. I think that should definitely work. And then keep thinking about it, right? Continue to think about it. Think about an email campaign. If you haven't done a press release, think about a press release as well. Right? We have a template for you. Think about sending out a press release. If you have a blog, post it there as well. Let's see, what else can I think of? Those are the major places. And again, just come to me with marketing questions, or email the other Raquel with marketing questions. This is what we do. And yeah, and there's just a ton that you can do, a ton that you can do. So I think that, you know, if you focus on these things, but you already have a plan, right? Just incorporate it into the plan that you already have. And I think you should definitely see, you know, continue to see growth. And hopefully so what I want, right? What I want for you and your community, Maisha, is to see organic gift card sales, right? So that's our goal. Now, how do we get there?
When you said a press release, that really like interested me, because things don't happen here. They will put anything on the local news. So I'm wondering, like, what about all the old people watching news all day? They can just watch me talk about this program. So I think that's definitely something on my list too now.
Exactly. So think about, you know, if your community is small enough that you have access to TV ads and radio ads, also, if you can call your local radio station and have a DJ mention it, that would be great publicity. Okay. And also, yeah, I don't know how how TV would work where you are, but look into it as well. And yeah, I'm sure that a lot of local publications, if you prepared a press release, a lot of local publications would love to enter that into circulation, you know, especially if you let them know that everything you're doing is for, you know, for small businesses. This is small business recovery. This is, you know, this is the point. This is the idea. So I wanna, yeah, I want people in your community to know. I want people in Beaver County to know about the card. I want everyone in Beaver County to know about the card, because it sounds like it's a small enough county that everyone could know about the card, you know? So awesome. So let's do it. Let's get it. Okay, great. Okay, does anybody have any questions? No? Okay, awesome. All right, well, with that, let's conclude our meeting. Again, bittersweet for me, kind of sad that I'm not going to be able to see you guys anymore. But I'm here, you know, I'm always here. And let me know if you need anything. And other than that, my goodness, I will I will let you go forth and have a great rest of your internships, a great rest of your summer. I hope that your community card efforts continue to just grow and give fruit and be really, really beneficial to your communities. This is again the whole point and why we're doing this. So yeah, I have nothing but good wishes for you both and for everyone who has joined this program. Thank you for being here with us during our pilot program. I hope that these 4 weeks and everything that we've covered has been beneficial to you. And we hope to continue to offer this as a program in the future and to help everyone have as successful a community card program as they can. So with that, I will leave you both. Thank you again. Goodbye, everyone. And we'll stay in touch. Yeah. All right. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.